What's going on, movie fans? My name is Michael Weer. I love talking about movies, and today we're going to talk about Strays. Strays is an R-rated comedy, and honestly, it's the comedy that I've been waiting for all year. Like, all year I've gone to see these comedies that are supposed to be hilarious, and then I walk out and I'm like, that wasn't very funny. I don't know. Just, it didn't work for me. And I kind of started to think to myself, are we ever going to get a really good comedy again? And then they released Strays, which is about a dog trying to get back to his owner, but not for the reasons you think. Let's do the review.
Big dogs, I'm trying to get home.
I know which way that is.
Oh, great.
Right up my ass, you little.
Oh, no, that can't be right.
This is Will Ferrell.
Different.
You look different too.
How so? Is it my human hands?
Hold up.
Sit! The cops!
Oh, God, what do we do?
Calm down. I got this.
Hello, officer. None of us.
Shut the up.
Strays.
And so, guys, Strays is directed by Josh Greenbaum, and it stars Will Ferrell as the dog named Reggie and Jamie Foxx as the dog named Bug. We'll get to him in a minute, but first we'll focus on Will Ferrell as Reggie. Reggie is a dog that belongs to Will Forte's character, and Will Forte's character absolutely hates him, but he just keeps coming back. Like, he'll take him to a field, throw a ball, and say, fetch, and Reggie will run off, and then the owner will just leave him. And it's kind of sad because it's being narrated by Reggie, and Reggie thinks, oh, this is just a fun game we play, and he absolutely loves me. But you could see just how much Will Forte shit talks him and how much he hates him. So it's funny to watch that dynamic in the opening scenes of this movie. But then eventually, Will Forte has had enough. Well, the character, I'm not, you know what? I'll look it up. 1 second. Doug. There we go. So Doug has finally had enough, and he finally packs Reggie up into a truck, drives several cities over, towns over, maybe even a state over. They don't make that clear. It's just very far away. Drops him off in a field, throws a ball, says fetch, and then drives away, and Reggie is officially a stray because he is now doesn't know how to get home. Like, he has no idea. And so it's kind of a sad moment, but then he runs into Jamie Foxx's character of Bug, who is this little dog who shit talks absolutely everyone and kind of takes him under his wing, says, I'm going to teach you how to be a stray. But then when they learn why he's a stray and how horrible he was treated, they now have a new mission. They team with two other dogs, one played by Randall Park, the other played by Isla Fisher, and they team up to go back to Doug's house so that Reggie can bite his owner in the private parts. That's their whole plan, and that's pretty much the synopsis I can give you, because that's the setup for this movie. If that sounds like a fun time, if it sounds like a movie that the dogs are just going to do crazy human things throughout and you want to check that movie out, well, I recommend you check it out in theaters, because I support theaters, but also it's a really funny movie, and I feel like this is a good movie to see with a crowd. As for my likes and dislikes of this movie, I would say I'll start with my dislike. The movie is pretty much paint by number. Now, that's not a bad thing. It's just what they showed you in the trailer is exactly what you get in this movie, and it doesn't really deviate from that at all. There's highs, there's lows, like you would normally have in a comedy. It kind of reminds me of something that would have come out back in the early 2000s, maybe 2008-ish, somewhere in there. Like, that's what it kind of feels like. That's not a bad thing. That's just the movie. So that's, I guess, my only dislike is it's pretty paint by numbers. By the book, like, this happens, then they have to go find the owner, some hijinks happens, they finally get to the owner, the end of the movie, everybody's happy except for the owner, which I won't go into. But that leads me to my likes, and my likes for this movie, actually, I think I've got a few. The first one is I like the hijinks that they get in along the way. There's some really off-the-wall stuff. Like I said, they don't add anything to the plot, but there's a lot of stuff they hide you in the trailer that they couldn't show you in a trailer. They couldn't show to a mass audience, and it's pretty messed up. It's raunchy, and it's really well done. Like, it's funny. There are some moments, especially this jailbreak scene. Before they come up with their ultimate plot, they have a plan to get out, and what they do to get out it's really funny. My other really big like for this movie is I like the cameo. I've seen people talk about, well, there's a surprise cameo in this movie that doesn't make any sense and it was out of place. And that's fair. Everybody can feel the way they want about movies, but I liked it. I thought it was funny. It was ridiculous at the same time, but it was funny. If you've seen the movie, you know the surprise cameo I'm talking about. And if you haven't, I don't want to spoil it, because it's kind of like one of those moments where you're like, is that so-and-so? And then it is. And then that person acknowledges that they are them. Like, they're self-aware in the movie. And it went along with the ridiculousness of this movie, so that worked for me too. Overall, I'll say The Strays was a really fun time. For me, it's a one watch in the theater, but I will be buying this when it comes out on Blu-ray or 4K. I'll add it to my collection because there's going to be a time where I just want to sit down and laugh. And so it'll be like one of those moments where, do I want to pick Step Brothers? Do I want to pick Talladega Nights? Or do I want to pick Strays? Like, if I'm in a Will Ferrell mood, that's now in the collection of Will Ferrell movies. Oh, Anchorman. I gotta throw it in there. Gotta give some love to Anchorman. All right, those are my thoughts for the Strays. Sorry this is a shorter review. I just don't have much more to say. It's a very funny movie, but I don't really want to get into the things they haven't shown you in the trailers, and the stuff they've shown you in the trailers you've already seen. So with that said, if you've seen Strays and you've got thoughts and you've got comments, throw those in the comment section down below and let me know what you think about Strays. If you haven't seen it, are you planning to see it? And are you going to wait for it to hit streaming somewhere or Blu-ray, or are you just going to watch this thing in theaters? All of that said, if you liked this video, don't forget to give me a like. It helps the video, it helps the channel, and it helps me right here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Alright guys, we got to the end of my Strays review, and I think my kids are home. I think that's what I'm hearing upstairs. They just got home from school, so this worked out well. With that said, if you like this review and you want to check out any of the other videos on my channel, I've got all of my 2023 reviews right there, or all of my 2022 reviews right there. Thanks for watching. See you next time.